With a camera in one hand and a reporter's notebook in the other, he covered every major church story in Brooklyn and Queens over the course of 50 years. And now his passion for Catholic journalism is summed up in one book called Chasing Church News. The author and editor emeritus of the tablet newspaper, Ed Wilkinson, is back with us. Hi, Ed.
Hi, Christine. Good to be with you again.
Oh, it's so nice to see you again. I know you've been very busy, so thanks for taking some time out of all your book signings. Tell me, if somebody hasn't seen this book yet, and they haven't been to one of your book signings, what's it about?
Well, it's a snapshot of what it's been like to be Catholic over the last 50 years. You know, I have photos there from all 50 years that I worked with the tablet. I went through all my old negatives and old shots, and I pulled out one or two from each year, and I put them together in this book. And so it's really a nice, it's a nice collection of photos that says who we were as a diocese over these last 50 years.
And you said that you've probably taken hundreds of thousands of photos. So how did you choose the ones that are in here? How'd you whittle it down?
Well, that's a tough question. But over the years, I'd been putting certain photos aside. You know, when I got a shot and I particularly liked it, so I'd make an 8x10, I'd frame it, I'd put it on my wall. So I had certain favorites that I kept.
Right, okay.
And I said, oh, that became the foundation of it. You know, there was, so then I had to go through all the old negatives so to fill in some of the years where I didn't have anything. And it took me, first of all, it took me a while to find those negatives.
Oh, sure.
They were in storage in some factory in New Jersey. And we finally tracked them down. We got them and went through all of those. It took a while to do it, but we went through all the negatives and all of the digital photos over the last 20 years, and that's the results.
Okay, so what would you say are, I don't know, your top 3 pictures in this book?
Well, you know, each one is a favorite, but back in the 70s, I took a picture of a little kid drinking water out of a hydrant, and I just thought it said something to me about the poverty of the neighborhood at the time and the refreshment of that water, you know, and the kid. I love that shot. And then I got a picture of Mother Teresa in the 90s, 1992. She came to speak at a convention in the city for the Knights of Columbus. Only time I've ever seen Mother Teresa.
Wow.
But I got a shot of her then there. And then there's another photo that I particularly like because it won an award as the best news photo in the Catholic press. And it's a picture of a Korean woman at a prayer service in St. Sebastian's Woodside. It was a Korean jet that had been shot down, and her brother was killed in that, and they were having a vigil. So it happened to be just a very poignant shot of, you know, the event.
Yeah, so many stories.
Yeah.
So I know the proceeds from this book go to the Tablet, one of the few remaining Catholic newspapers in the country.
Well, first we have to pay for the production of the book.
Of course, but then the other money that comes in from all those books being bought. Why is Catholic journalism so important?
I think Catholic journalism is very important because we've got to get our story out there, you know, and nobody else is going to tell our story. I mean, that's really the main reason that we should have Catholic journalism, Catholic newspapers, Catholic TV, because the story is not told from the point of view of the church. When I read something in other newspapers, secular newspapers, and I'm saying, they've missed the point completely. You know, they don't know what they're talking about, and we're talking from a Catholic frame of view, a Catholic frame of reference, and there's a particular story that we want to get out there, and so I think these things are essential if we want to continue to tell the story of who we are as Catholics.
And now people who buy this book can become part of our mission to keep Catholic journalism alive. Why do you think people should become members of the Tablet?
It's vital these days that there be another way of financing newspapers, because there used to be circulation and advertising. Well, that just doesn't cut it anymore. So, you know, we have to be smart, we have to be creative, we have to find ways to get the funds to keep these newspapers afloat. So this is just another way of financing it, you know, offering these packages to people. In return, they get a lot of stuff, you know, including my book, but they also get tickets to concerts and tickets to baseball games and tickets to lectures. So I looked at one day and I said, you know, for this donation, we're giving them more than the face value of that donation. I said, we're giving the store away here.
It's a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. Tablet caps, drawstring bags. You become part of the Tablet family.
So what's the response been like, really quickly?
Oh, the response has been great. You know, as I go around to the different parishes, people have been coming from, you know, neighboring parishes. People who I haven't seen. I had a classmate come from upstate New York last week, and
Wow.
It's been really great to see people. You know, they're fans lions of the tablet. These are really tablet people. I talked to a judge the other day, and I said, this guy gets it. He knew what we were trying to do.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Ed Wilkinson, the author of Chasing Church News, editor emeritus of the Tablet, thanks so much for being here.
Always good to be with you, Christine.
All right, and more dates on Ed's book signing tour are coming up. To find one near you and to keep up to date on all future signings, just go to thetablet.org. And if you can't get to one of those book signings, you can still become a part of the Tablet's membership program, which we just talked about, and get your hands on Chasing Church News. For just $50, you'll not only get the paper sent straight to your mailbox, you can gift a subscription to a friend, plus get access to the Tablet's online content and a quarterly newsletter, and get a commemorative drawstring bag and pin. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Gift $100 and you'll become a sponsor, getting everything we just mentioned, plus a Tablet baseball cap, and be a part of the recognition listing on the paper's website. Contribute $250 and you become a patron, and among the things added to your list of perks are 4 tickets to Tablet Appreciation Night at the Cyclone Stadium and free VIP access to certain diocesan events. For $500, you become a benefactor of the Tablet. You'll get a signed copy of Ed's book and an invitation to the annual Catholic Communications Mass and Reception. And if you give $1,000, you will become a founder. That'll secure you an invitation to the annual Editors Roundtable Reception. Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.